Alright guys, the Punisher Max 17 here, and this is a review for the High Grade Gundam AGE-1. As you see here, this is the box for it. Nice box art, I quite like it. And it's also a nice kit, but you're going to see that soon. So let's get to the review. Here it is. As you can see, it actually looks pretty nice. This is something I didn't paint. You know, I paint most of my kits, as you guys are familiar with by now, but quite frankly, I have a huge backlog of kits. Ever since Christmas and stuff, I have a huge backlog of kits. So I decided I'm just going to build one. You know, I was bored yesterday, didn't really have much to do. So I was like, you know what, I want to build a Gundam, and this seemed like a great one to do. This one is one that I didn't really have any specific plans for, per se, or anything. So I was like, I'm going to build it. And then if I want to paint it later, I can. So this is unpainted. All I did was panel lining, and I put the stickers on it. You can see the stickers on the knees, and then stickers on the chest, and the eyes and head. Which actually don't look too bad. And to be honest, I'm going to say it up front, this is an amazing kit. The engineering of this kit is spectacular. Pretty much unlike anything I've seen on other high grades. You know, I have experience building high grades up through the 2009 releases and stuff. I haven't built many high grades that were released since then. This is the newest one I've built. And prior to this was like the last releases of the 00 line, those high grades. So, you know, maybe the newer UC high grades are comparable to this, but I was really blown away with how this is made. So, it's really impressive in my point of view, at least. Now, the Gundam AGE-1 here, it's a really cool kit, and I really like the design. You know, a lot of people like to hate on Gundam Age and stuff. I'm not one of those. I like it, and I like the design of this. But I gotta say, I never really fully grasped the design of this kit until I actually built the model. The sheer bulk of the chest piece and really just the blockiness of the legs. It's not really blockiness, but it's very angular, very... I don't know, it's hard to describe, but I really... the design of this really grasped me. I have trouble saying that, I guess. Grasped me whenever I built this kit. And it's nice. I like the design. I know I'm just going on and on about how I like it already, and I just need to get to the review, so let's move on to that. Alright, so starting at the feet, you got that far of a bend back, that far of a bend forward, and some side to side there. It's on just a ball joint like most Gundams. Now these ankles are one part I didn't like about the kit. The ankles are basically on one ball joint right there, and they're pretty loose. They can go all over, and they don't really stay in place like you want them to sometimes, and they can be kind of loose. So I didn't really like that. Now if you paint the kit, it's probably going to stiffen them up a whole lot, so that's not going to matter a whole bunch. Alright, so let's get to the leg articulation. Get a huge bend here. This is like a 180 degree bend out of this leg. You know, this is like an MG kind of bend. I was really impressed by that. And actually building the upper part of the leg was like building an MG. It's almost that it has an inner frame that these parts just clip around. Reminded me a lot of the early 2000s master grades that I've built. But the legs, since both the front and the back skirts are on a, not like a hinge sort of thing, it can go quite a ways forward and backward, as you can see. So nice articulation in the legs. Now these are on, these can go pretty much everywhere. The side skirts can go everywhere. And the front skirts, back and forth, they're both on the same hinge there, just like the back skirts are. Back skirts can go a little farther up, mainly because of the design of the torso and stuff. So you get nice movement out of that. The torso, let's see, can move 360, goes all the way around there, as well as moving forward. Well, it's on a ball joint here, you can see. So it can move around, it can wiggle quite a bit there. It does want to wiggle out of place occasionally, though, if you move it too much. But also, this gray part is separate from the blue parts here, so you get a little bit of bend out of that. It's hard to show on camera, but you can see a little bit of bend there. Alright, another nice part of the design of this is these shoulders. See if the camera's focusing, you can see the separation there where the arm goes in, and that's so that you can get a big bend up out of the shoulders and a big bend all the way down. So the arms there can have a lot of movement up and down. That's really nice, and they have a lot of movement front and back, forward and backwards there, you see. So that's nice. And the arm, of course, can go 360. As you saw, it can move up and down there like I showed. The arm itself can move in and out. So a lot of articulation right there. And see, can bend 90 degrees at the elbow. It's really not impeded at all by the gun I have in its hand, so don't worry about that. Now, unfortunately, I do have the gun in its hand, so I got to take that out real quick to do the articulation of the hand, which is honestly one of the other problems with this kit. This kit has very few problems, which I'll mention in total at the end, but this is one of the very few ones. The hands really don't move that much. You see, it can move a little back and forth there and a little side to side, but it's not like most Gundams. It can't just go anywhere. It's pretty stiffly in there, and it just doesn't move a whole lot, quite frankly. You know, the other arm is the same. See, the head can move 360, so it's just fine as well. So that's all the articulation of the kit. Now let's get to the accessories. As I showed you before, you have the gun here with one little sticker there on the lens. And you can shorten the gun as well. In the instructions you'll see stuff about how to shorten the gun. I didn't actually do that, but yeah. Let's see, you can just take off the front part of it, and it can be a little blaster like that as well. Or if you want to make it longer, like I had it, just right there. Clips right on. Similar to the Master Grade GM Type C, which I built recently, that's why I'm mentioning it, in the way that the gun has multiple facets of movement. And as well as you can put it like this, here, and pull out the side of it, which is a handle for the other hand to grasp. So you can have it like that too. So that's a nice little accessory. You get 3 different ways to do it. You get the shield here. Nice looking shield, by the way. I really like the design of this. And you basically can attach the shield wherever you'd like. Because the arm, the way it was made, you get this portion, which is the lower arm. It can attach in sideways, which makes the shield attach right there, or it can attach into the back and make the shield attach right there. I personally chose to have it sideways, and that's what they show you in the instruction manual to do for attaching the shield. And I kind of liked it like that, so that's what I did. But I thought that was a pretty cool way of them doing it. Now, in terms of hands, you get 2 closed fists, like you can see right there, and then you also get 1 open palmed hand right here. And it's a pretty cool looking open palmed hand. I quite liked it. Alright, so that's it for the... Oh, one more accessories. You get 2 beam sabers. The beam sabers clip in right here on its side skirts. They just go in and they can come out. Pretty loose in there, to be honest. And then you get 4 blades you can attach to them. You get 2 beam sabers but 4 blades, 2 long blades, and then 2 short blades. I didn't actually take these off since I was using the gun and shield to display it, but I kind of like the look of the short blades. I think that's a cool little added feature. So basically, that's it for accessories, articulation, and stuff. So some of my final thoughts on this kit is that it's very good. Like I've been saying, the parts separation on it is outstanding. Just the way they made it is really impressive to me. Yeah, part separation is key. You know, the vents are separate parts from the chest. The yellow parts here are separate parts from the white. You know, even these gray parts on the back, the vents and the thrusters on the back are separate parts. You know, in high grades, you just typically don't see that kind of stuff. Even the face, got a bunch of different parts on the face and head. It's just really impressive to me how much detail Bandai went into making this, and even for a very reasonable price. This only retails for about $14, and the sheer amount of detail they put into this, and articulation, and all that, just, it's a lot of quality for what you're paying, quite frankly. And I really recommend this kit to buy. You know, there's a few downsides with the ankle armor being kind of loose, the hands not having much articulation, and also with the amount of articulation this has, it can be kind of hard to just make it stand in just a standing pose. You know, I'm one of those people who I just kind of stand it on my shelf. I often don't do dynamic poses or anything. I just kind of have it stand there looking cool. But with as much as this moves, it can be kind of difficult for it to just stand there regularly. This is the same problem I had with the RGs. The real grade line, with as much articulation as it was, it took a lot of work to just get it to stand there. And nothing, you know, be the slightest bit out of place or something. And that's kind of the way it is with this. Not to the same degree, but it is a little difficult. You know, you'll stand it up and the shoulder will be off, or the skirt armor will be off. You know, the foot will be to the side. Just little things like that that can be kind of frustrating and have to make you repose it. But other than that, very good kit. I like it. Really great articulation. It can get some dynamic, really dynamic poses if you're wanting. Outstanding kit, I gotta say. I was really impressed by this. I was happy with it. The entire time I was building it, I was just shocked by how good it looked. So, this is a huge thumbs up kind of kit for me. Get it if you're interested in it. Get, even if you don't like Age, get this kit. This kit will make you like the Gundam Age, to be honest. So, yeah, that's about all I gotta say for it. Great kit, and I hope you guys like it too. You know, I don't see many people not liking this guy. So, anyway, thanks for watching, guys. You know, I hope you liked the review, and I hope you found it helpful. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.